Chondro, corner where we rise and grow. Twist and turn, let the passion flow. Chondro, corner watch the future shine. Every scale a story, one of a kind.
From the shadows we move, striking out bright. In every twist we find the light. Breeding the best, gotta have patience in this game. Chondro corner where we make our name. Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner, Chondro corner. Chondro corner where we rise and grow. Twist and turn, let the passion flow. Chondro corner, watch the future shine. Every scale a story, one of a kind.
What it do, everybody? Welcome to episode 47 of the Chondro Corner here on Monday night. Herp Collectors Network. It's your boy Ro in the building, man. Tonight we got another banger. My homeboy Nick, man, he been making a name for himself in this chondro hobby. He been making a name. I'm pretty sure he finna, he finna turn the heads of some big breeders in the chondro hobby or whatnot. He's only been breeding, well, his first year, he bred, successfully hatched chondros. His second year, he did it again, man. So we finna see, how do he do this, man? How do he keep doing this? Is he going to go for a third year in a row? What's going to go on? But first, I'm saying, hey, man, we got to pay homage to the building. Whatnot. Hey, man, we got the Chondro Corner on Monday nights. We got retic rundowns on Tuesday nights. The Molt on Tuesday nights. The Grow House on Wednesday nights. Thursday nights is Clutch Conversations. Double Clutch is Saturday night. And end the week off with Morph Map on Sunday night. Make sure y'all tune in. Hit that smash button. Share it out. Everything, man. Then got my boy, Jordan Heartland Reptiles, the best enclosures in the game. Make sure you hit Jordan up for, your enclosure. Make sure you hit them up. I see you later, Jordan. I see you in a few days, literally in a few days in Texas, man. But what it do, y'all, man. Ain't nothing really been going on here, man. Y'all see me, I shed right there or whatnot. Cleaning enclosures, watching these chondros grow up, these babies. I'm letting go, most likely it's Sunset Female, probably like tonight or whatnot. I'm gonna let him go. All right, night. I'm gonna let a Sunset Female go and a Mahogany Clown female go. Maybe tonight I'm put on Morph Market, or early in the morning I'm put on Morph Market. So I gotta make room for things that's about to drop. And yeah, just coming out of projects and all that stuff all together. And for incoming things too. So now I'm saying, without further ado, my boy Nick, Chondro Vote, everybody. What it do, man?
What's up?
Hey, man. Hey, glad to have you here.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. This is like months in the making. You asked me a while ago.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, man, for my shows, I'm mostly asked at least about 2 to 3 months out. So most of the time, I'm booked out for the rest of the year.
Wow.
So I think next week I'm gonna start on January and February bookings, just so give people time to do what they need to do. And then I hit them up maybe like 3 or 2 weeks before and let them know, hey, y'all, are you still good to come on the show? And hey, we make it happen.
That's awesome. That's proper planning. It worked out.
Oh yeah, gotta plan ahead, bro. Because a life happened.
Yeah.
You can't always get somebody 2 weeks out. Most likely they're gonna be gone or whatnot. But yeah, man, go ahead. Hold up, man. Let's see who in the building real quick. My PIC Jen in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Jen? Then got my boy Mike. What it do, Mike? My boy James Perry, Solid Saxon, man. What's going on? My boy Jeffy. Hope to see you this weekend at the party, bro. Hope to see you. You know what I'm saying? I think he might still be in Canada. I'm not sure. I don't know if he gonna make it this weekend. But y'all
Hmm.
already this weekend build party, the big chondro party, man. Hope to see a lot of y'all there or whatnot. But Nick, man, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. So I live in Austin, Texas.
Hmm
Uh, what else do you want to know?
How did you get started in reptiles?
So I had interest in reptiles when I was a kid. My parents wouldn't let me get any snakes because they didn't want to keep mice in the fridge or freezer. So I didn't get my first snake until I was like 25. I'm 35 now. It was a corn snake. Really, just wasn't it for me. Got rid of that. And then it wasn't until like 3 years ago I got back into snakes. Picked up a ball python. I liked it. I considered getting another one, but like no matter how big I made the enclosure for it or how like cool I decked it out, it never came out. So I was like, I need something that's gonna be out and about. And then I found green tree pythons, and then I found Trap Talk and all those podcasts, and just went all in. Just fell in love with them. Then I found Morph Market, saw all the different condos that were out there,
Yeah.
and then just haven't looked back.
Hey, man. Hey. So when you was looking at your first chondro, do you remember what it was? You know, was it calico or, you know, a designer? What kind of chondro was it?
The very first one, I don't even know. I think I just saw different Instagram pages, and from the podcast, I'll find like everyone that was on the podcast. I go see their Instagram pages, then see all the cool colors, and then I was like, man, and like no two are the same. So it's like you can't get bored with them, right? You just get like you want them all. You're just like, oh, I want one that this color has a
Hey,
little bit.
Pokemon, you gotta have them all, man. You gotta have them all.
And it's really, it feels like Pokemon cards. Really, like I saw try to explain it to like people that don't keep snakes or keep chondros. I'm like, they come out two different colors. You don't know what color is gonna be, and they change colors. Like they're like, okay,
literally.
yeah.
But yeah, man. So like when you started getting your chondros, what did you want to create? What type of chondro you wanted to create?
So yeah, so I guess going back, like I didn't pick up Neos because I just figured I wanted a bunch of them, and it's cool to figure out like what color they're gonna change. But I was like, damn, $4,000 for unchanged Neo. I was like, it's kind of risky. And then you talk to people and like they can still turn green, and I was like, fuck, I'd be kind of like hurt. You spend that much bread and it goes green. So I was like,
right.
I saw some adults online, and they like don't get adults, but I'm like, at that time, I don't think people were really hitting up Morph Market like they are now. So there was like a decent selection of some adults on there. And I picked
and what
up.
was this, like 2023?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. And there was a selection of like couple nice males, not a lot of females. So the female I got that's bred for me 2 years, she wasn't that much, and she was pretty plain, but she had like 3 different localities in her DNA. So I was like, all right, pick her up, and then post it in.
We got her right here. So what localities was in her?
So she's Cyclops. So like her sire is Cyclops to a Maruki, and then her dam is a Jaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jaya, Maruki, and Cyclops.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Her sire is pretty nice blue. Yeah. So, but when the thing is when I was picking between, well, I'm going back to her. When I was picking between her, because there's a couple females up there, I saw the localities, and then I saw she had size on her. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking for size because I was trying to breed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about this male right here? What's with him?
Yeah, so he's Maniquari. Like his I think it was the sire was Maniquari. It was a blue Maniquari. Like really nice triangles, like a red baby, and then the mom was a yellow Biak. And I sent you the picture of those, but the Biak, even though it was yellow, it was pretty extreme.
Yeah.
And the fact that the sire was red, like, and then he came out red. So he's just been a banger. And when I reached out to the person that was selling him, it was from Lottery Reptiles. People talk about them a lot. I really hadn't seen them in the hobby when I was getting in, but they have YouTube videos of like when they were pairing the parents. So it was like cool to see like when his parents got paired up and stuff like that. And I reached out, and I guess it was like the brother or cousin was like going to school and it was going to be his breeder. So I was like a breeder holdback. So I picked him up, and I had picked up 2 nice males. It was that one and another one. So got lucky.
Nice. So, like, what did you, obviously, you know, you bred within your first year and second year. You had 2 successful clutches under your belt. Who did you look at for, like, that knowledge and stuff when you was coming in?
First was, again, the podcast. Honestly, the Trap Talk podcast, I probably listen to every episode, probably at least twice. All the ones on Chondros, right? And then, especially the ones from breeders, and there's certain episodes with certain people that have more knowledge in the game and like different techniques and skills. So I listen to those, and then definitely the more complete chondro, have that book. Really, the first year I was in it by myself. I didn't really get any insights until in our Texas Facebook group. It's like a Facebook group of Texas people. I posted in there. I was like, yo, is anyone near Austin have ultrasound that can come ultrasound? Because I think she ovulated, but I have no idea. Like, that's how green I was. Like, I was like, I think, but I don't know. He came through, ultrasounded, had eggs. And
who came through?
Just this local guy here in Texas. He's kind of yeah.
Okay. Cool then. Yeah, Mark Hager pretty good about, you know, gathering all the Texas people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shout out to Mark, by the way. Hope to see you next week as well. But so you got like most of your knowledge from podcasts. Who stand out to you the most, you know, breeder wise?
If you listen to ones like Dave D, Irby, Maxwell, like people that just like that have been doing it longer, pretty much. Like it's fun to listen to newer folks, but you know, kind of have to listen to what's tried and true. And then the thing is, by listening to them all, it's not that you follow any one. Breeding is all about watching your animals and making the adjustments based on what they're showing you. But if this is the first time you've seen it, then you're just like, you don't know. So you're like, oh, when someone was talking about this thing going on, that looks like that. So you can go off with things like that. It's just like,
have you ever bred anything before besides chondros?
No.
That's wow. That's all. Hey,
I think if you have,
you just coming in making it look easy, you know, with other people that spend years and years, you know, trying to get successful clutch.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it's overcomplicating it. You have to simplify everything down where you're controlling the parameters. So, like, for
what you have control over, because everybody experience not the same.
Exactly. Like, for instance, but everyone has the same things. Like, everyone's snake is in a room, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, do you keep a radiant heat pan? Do you keep ambient? Everyone keeps an ambient. Kid, how well do you control your ambient? So like my room I keep them in doesn't have windows. So I put HVAC tape over the vent. So that room is more stable than the rest of my place because it's not getting the cold air and it's not getting the hot air. It's just kind of flat. Yeah. So that's another way. So I control the room. And then so that radiant heat panel, even though it's working, doesn't have to work as hard to overcompensate my AC going in the rest of my place. Little things. This is little tweaks like that. That's not a big thing. You know what I mean? But, you know, you have to pay attention to all those little things.
Yeah. As a new breeder, you know, new keeper within, 5 years, like what do you see the most? Like, what do you need the most? As in, like, an item. What helped you the most through your breeding season?
cameras, probably a
Cameras.
camera. Yeah. So one thing through my second breeding, or my second one that I noticed more, is how active the female is when they're looking to catch some D. When they want it, she was cruising, and I was like, man, it's so weird. She was on the
Yeah.
floor. I'm like, she's never on the floor. She would eat and then be cruising the night after, 2 nights after, when it was like, you're not even digesting, like chill. So I was like, throw the male in to chill her out, and he chilled her out. You know what I mean? So that's something I started looking for now more. And without cameras, you can't get that.
Did you have like the cameras inside the enclosure?
No. So most of my enclosure are on one side of the wall, and I have a camera on the other side of the wall.
Okay, so you could just mostly look at everybody in their enclosure.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone. Yeah, I just need to see the shapes of them, see what they're doing. So, and that's another thing, right? Like, you want to know how active they are at night. If they're not very active, that's one thing. If they're very active, that's another thing. If they're hugging the cold side versus the warm side, that's another thing. So watching them is the most valuable thing through cameras.
What's your female to male ratio right now?
So with my adults,
just with adults, you know?
Yeah. So I have 2 confirmed breeder males. Those were my 2 that I picked up originally. And then I picked up another male this year. He's a little small. He's smaller than I expected him to come in. So we'll see. He was supposed to be getting up to size by this fall. I don't know if he will. He's 3.5. Yeah. And then females, I have 4 breeder size females. So not a big collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what'd you say? 3 males and 3 females?
4 females.
4 females. Okay. Yeah. That's good though, because chondro is nothing but a number game. And what if all 3 of those or 4 of those females go in one season? Oh, that's hell.
Well, I had 2 ovulate for me this year. I did have 2 snakes ovulate for me, but the second one only gave me 1 slug. I don't know what happened. It was like she laid a ghost clutch. I have no idea where the other eggs went. They still might be in her. I have no clue. She's not the friendliest.
How long ago was this?
The same time, literally the snake that laid a successful clutch for me this year was 1 week apart from my other girl. So like, one ovulated, a week later, the other ovulated. One had a prelay shed, a week later, the other one had a prelay shed. One had laid her clutch, the other didn't. So that was a stressful, probably 2 weeks from
do you think she reabsorbed, or did you try to ultrasound her again to see?
I have tried to ultrasound her, but she's not my friendliest one. So, and I take videos, and so I'll record it when I ultrasound it, so I can like play it back. But I don't know. She could have reabsorbed, but she did lay the 1 slugs. I still to this day don't know. She might have minimum in her, but she took a clean deuce, and she's very healthy and strong. So my buddy, who's my close go-to that I shoot and bounce ideas off of, says she might just push him out months later. He's had him let go of slugs 3-4 months later. So
right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, is she feeding well and stuff?
A super aggressive eater.
Yeah. So they'll flush it. They'll flush it out themselves or whatnot. So bring us to how do you introduce the male to the female?
During the day, always. Just what I started doing this year. The thing is, I think in my experience, if you have a male and a female, they're safe. My thing is, when I'm putting the male in there during the day, and I don't try to stay around too long, just because I don't want a heat signature that's like in around the enclosure in case she does get interested. I only have 1 female to be like wild type that I was thinking she might be aggressive. But those males, you put them in there's a male and a female. Even if she's bigger, she didn't even do anything.
Yeah, you
So,
gotta spray that water on them first. Spray that little water.
or do
Yeah, make it. Hey, they'll make it get back. That'll make them get back.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just put
So
them in there and just during the day and just watch cameras again. I watch from the camera.
do you do any cycling?
So I do cycling, but again, the room kind of cycles itself because of the way I put the HVAC on my AC. Because normally, like in the winter, I'm running the heat to keep my apartment warm, right? So that means that room is just getting colder because it's not getting any of that hot air. It's getting that cold air building up. And then in the summertime, it's not getting the cold air that I'm getting. So
Right, man. It's just something about Texas weather, man. Texas breeding. It's something about them Texas breeders, like they just could get clutches like this, and it meant just making everybody move to Texas. Like, you could keep things ambient throughout the whole year. You might have to turn on the radiant panel maybe one time in January or February, but other than that,
yeah. Texas,
it's always 75 plus or 80 plus.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, it does get cold in the wintertime. We've had some freezing temperatures, but it's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So what else? Take us to female ovulation.
Yeah. So you're just kind of waiting for it. When it happens,
how do you do your nest box?
My nest box.
Mm-hmm.
So what I started doing this year, like last year, I just put the whole floor of sphagnum moss. Not doing that shit again because it's a mess to clean up. So instead, I get a tub, like that's only like maybe 6 inches deep, but it's pretty wide. I put that in there as the floor, and then I put sphagnum moss, and then I put from Chondros, the guinea pig hides.
Yeah.
I put a guinea pig hide in the sphagnum moss, and then that's it.
Okay. I think I got a picture from Chuck. Let me see. One moment. Let me see. I got a picture of that so I can pull it up. Pull it out real quick. Yeah, so you do your nest box exactly how Chuck does his?
No, just that guinea pig hide.
Okay,
yeah.
Just the guinea pig hide. All right.
Yeah, but that's pretty much the hide. That's really all it is. The only thing is, instead of putting my whole floor full of sphagnum moss, I'm putting a little tub so I can just pick the whole tub out and I have sphagnum moss all spread through the crevices of the enclosure.
Gotcha. All right. So when she lays and everything, take us to that process. Do you let them calcify a little bit, or do you just take them straight from her and what?
So like as she starts like checking out the nest, when she goes in the first night, I just take all the perches out. For water, I'll still keep water in there. What I started doing is I'll put a tall glass of water. Because then if she were to try to like lay in it, it'll only be a circumference of like 2-3 eggs at worst. Yeah. I mean, I haven't had that issue. I was hurt so many times. So put a cup of water in there and then keep her super hydrated. And then once she lays, wait maybe like 6 to 12 hours. I mean, if I know she's done, I'm gonna take them. But if I don't know she's done, I'll wait a little bit, keep looking. But as soon as I see she's done moving and she's all skinny and deflated, get her out of there, put her in the soak.
Right. All right. So how do you get her back on feed? How do you get them to bounce back?
Patience, just wait, leave them alone. Hydration. So even when they're like the whole time before and after the breeding and laying and everything, once I know they start building and after, I elevate one of the water bowls and put it like right under them. So no matter where she's at, I'll keep adjusting it and moving it. So it's like She doesn't have to move. She's like, he'll put her head in there, drink water, but also keep them hydrated. And then after a while, those kind of turn on. They'll look around, and you can just see them turn on. But that's the thing. Just again, I watch my animals all the time. I watch them so much.
Mm-hmm. That's all. You stay on the phone looking at them, make sure everything is right.
Yep. And then that's the funny part about it, right? Because they're right there, right? You can go in there and go look at them. But looking from the camera and reading their body language in intervals versus just sitting there and staring at them for 20 minutes is you get different reads on them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what matter of fact, what kind of cameras do you have?
Just the Ys or the Ways.
Ways. Can you get them off of Amazon?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I picked mine up from Home Depot. Get them at Home Depot. Get them at Walmart. They're like $30.
Okay.
Yeah, not super expensive, but they're pretty crisp for night lights because they just do like an infrared. And when you're looking on the phone, it looks like it's super bright in there, but you go in there and it's fucking pitch black.
Okay. But yeah, so it got the night light, not night light, but the infrared and all that stuff on. Not the infrared, but you know.
I think it does use infrared or a red light or something to see.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Got the night vision on there and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm picturing scales. It is cool because you can see if you have animals that have like different pigmentation. You can see like some that have more yellow are more bright at night just because the way the lights hit them. It's a neat little, if you watch your cameras a lot, it's a neat little thing to see how they pick up at night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because during the day they just sitting there on a perch, but at night they active as hell.
Mm-hmm. Well, but it gives them almost like a second color, right? It gives them a night look because like some of my snakes that are nice during the day when the lights on them is one thing, but with the infrared hitting them and the way they glow up at night is different. It's just a weird thing for people that watch cameras.
Gotcha. So, what kind of egg containers do you use?
I use sim containers. Last year I did straight over water, but yeah.
What made you want to do that? That's real risky, man.
Super risky. But all my every movement was like
for your first clutch. What make you want to do that?
Exactly. First clutch. First year in, don't know any better. I'm like, I don't want them to dry out.
Right.
That's all I knew. And I was like walking around like I was about to disarm a bomb. Like it was intense. Right. But it worked out.
Yeah. What kind of incubator do you use?
So I use a Wilbanks incubator. The thing
about it is legit. No thing's pretty legit. I need to look into those.
Yeah. The thing about it that got me nervous is when I got here, I was like, damn, it only does whole numbers. And you hear people like, oh, I do 85 or I do 87.5.
86.6. And
yeah. So I got that. I got it. I'm like, and Wilbanks, he'll text you. Like, I got his number. He started texting him. I'm like, yo, is this thing like, what do I do? He's like, man, out in the wild, it's not gonna sit at the exact decimal. Like, he was like, as long as you're in a range. So when I'm setting it up, I'll set up my incubator maybe like once they go in the prelay shed, I start setting up my incubator. And there's different rounds. So like when I'm getting my egg box ready, I put it all in there the way it's going to go in there with eggs, even though there's no eggs. And I have my thermometer in there. So I'm reading it for, a month leading before the lay or a couple weeks, whenever from pre-lay shed then.
Just to make sure. Yeah.
Just to make sure. Because once those eggs are in there, I don't look at the temp anymore. It's done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because most likely it's locked in. Like that month of, testing that incubator, that temp locked in.
We're locked in.
I'm not
I'm not breathing the same air. I'm not doing none of that. I'm like, set it, forget it. So that's another thing too. As soon as the eggs, like when I'm taking the eggs from mom, I'm not sitting there and flashlighting every single one of them. I'm getting these eggs from her, and I warm up the room. So now my room is like 83, 84 degrees. So it's not a big drop when I'm taking it out of the enclosure.
Yeah.
My place is warmer. So when I put it, because my incubator is in a different room, that room's warm. So, but yeah, back to the box. I get it ready weeks in advance. And then right before she's about to lay, I sterilize the whole thing again, clean it, like sanitize it, everything, reset it back up so that the temperatures are good. So then when I do get the eggs, it's boom, boom, and then boom. And then that's it. I look at them through the window. And then this year I came up with this, like, basically a little roof for over top of the eggs. That's basically, it's just lamination paper, but so plastic paper. And I folded it so it's like almost like a little house that goes over the eggs. So if any humidity got on the top, it would get caught.
Just drip down at the bottom of the incubator.
Yeah, it would just roll off. Yeah, it would just roll off.
It just roll off.
And then any of the
That's smart as hell.
Well, I had seen somebody that was, I forget who it was. I think it was West Coast Chondros. He was talking about he was like using paper over like a egg crate thing, and I was like, well, what's the point? If you got in my head, I'm like, if you got to go and take the paper out all the time. So I was like, plastic. And then I was worried that if there's condensation in the inside, that it would drop down. So if you angle it, because it's pointed, I ask ChatGPT all the time for random things. I'm like, what angle do I have to have it at for it to roll down the side? ChatGPT was like 10-degree angle. Well, I got that. Like it's so running on the inside. There was this. I never had to open the box at all from beginning to end.
Yeah. So you just look through the incubator window and like, oh, it's pip day.
One thing when it, well, this year was a little different. I was going to go open up the holes on the side of the box, but last year I did the small sim container, and it has like a rubber type of
a little grommet on top, like the seal. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So way different than the XL. The XL is not airtight, so you don't need to take the air holes off. So I had went to go take the air holes off, and I saw a little bit of indentation. And I asked my buddy, I was like, what do you think? He was like, day 30, too early for that. He was like, you don't need to take the tape off. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So then I put tape back on, and that was it. I let them rock. There was one this year. I did have one that went bad, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Do you have holes on the side of a sim container?
I do, but I had them taped, and I went to take them off on day 30, but the eggs weren't perfect. So I taped them back up, and then I actually did a wet chamber. So I ended up taking the lid off of one of the boxes of water I had in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So like, bring us to pip day. Do you wait to cut them, or what you do?
So last year what I did was wait until I started seeing scratches and then help them open it. Yeah. But last year I had one that was like dead in the egg. Like when I took it out, it was like corkscrewed. So it was probably not viable anyway, but I always wonder if it just couldn't get out and then it died and it just like stiffened up. I don't know. But but that's what I did last year. I waited until I saw scratches and cut. This year, because I had 15 eggs, one of the eggs was like dying, and it was dying on top of 2 other eggs. So it started creating like a little soft point on one of the eggs. That one was the first one to pip. And I was sending pictures back and forth with my buddy, and he joked. He was like, yeah, get this stinky egg off me. And that's why I cut it open. And I zoomed in, and I could see like the snake had used the weak point in the egg as an exit point and let himself out. Yeah. So then I started thinking about it, and I was thinking about it. And then by the next morning, it happened like 7 p.m. By the next morning, I'm like, well, if they all have an easy point out, then they'll probably take it. So by that morning, I had 2 that had pips. So 2 more had pips. And I just went through and made the smallest littlest incision across all of them. Just because, and what I noticed this time is like, and what I wanted to happen and it happened is they all just popped their head out and just breathe for a little bit. And they'll sit and breathe and just breathe and relax. And they use that time because they're absorbing still, and they're just chilling. But I just wanted to make sure they can get their head out and even enough space to put it back in if they wanted to. And it was a very chill process. Both times, I really didn't have any issues.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you basically you pre-cut
this year, and I will from now on. As soon as I see one that's pipping or cutting, I'll maybe still give it the maybe 12 hours tops just to give them an opportunity. But as soon as I see, like in my mind, this is from now on, like if I see one, then relatively they're all ready, but not even ready to exit the egg, but ready to just breathe. So I'm not going to cut it open. And if I sent you the picture of it, it's the smallest little incision on them, but just enough that they can see, oh, that's when I'm ready to go, that's where I go. Mm-hmm. And I got that from seeing the one that just sliced open from under the rotten egg to get out. I was like, okay, gotcha. Give them a spot.
Mm-hmm. All right, bring us to setting up day. Like, how do you keep them all together?
Last year,
typically leave them all together.
Last year, I was quick. I was quick to separate. I was real quick to separate. Probably 2 days. Once they were all out, I was like, yeah. So, you want to get them out. You want to take the pictures. You want to inspect them all. I'm still 1 year in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I had never even seen.
Hey, you on cloud 9 at this point,
Yeah. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I can't believe it. And you just got them all in front of you. And just super, super, so excited. And honestly, like if you've never seen like a day one chondro, man, these things are so tiny, so small. But so this year, because I had trouble starting feeding them, and long struggle. But this year, and going back listening to podcasts, heard people had success with keeping them in the hatch box longer. So I'll probably give them maybe to the end of the week. So it'd be probably about a week, 10 days. I'll leave them together. But what I also might try to do as well is because at night they'll get more active. The ones that are really active at night, because I'll go spray them at night. I'm gonna probably start moving a couple of them over little by little into my rack.
Their own individual enclosures.
Yeah, but do it not all of them at one night, one shot, right? Just because, like, I don't, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things where you're always on the edge, where I'm always, setting, security against, like, if something goes wrong, you know what I mean? Shock their system because it's a different temperature. Because I'm still doing a night job. I have youngsters in there or one, so I'm just going to keep my routine. What I'm thinking about doing is, like, at night when I pop the lid, if there's any of them trying to escape, I'm going to let them catch on to their new rack and then move them over, a couple a night, just kind of fill it out, see how it goes.
So your first clutch was how many eggs?
14 eggs. And then all 14, like I said, 13 hatched, come alive, one kind of dead in the egg.
Yeah.
Then of that 13, so hard to feed. I mean, super hard struggle. And then one of them would always poop this weird gel. It was weird. Ended up prolapsing, got it back in, taped it up, prolapsed again, taped it up, prolapsed again, put the rest.
Did you do anything with that prolapse? Like, did you wait like a week or just feed it smaller meals or anything? To help it stop prolapsing?
So after the first prolapse, like one of the things, like when you go in and you're like getting a bunch of baby or getting a bunch of adults, learning how to set those up, having a bunch of babies, having to establish those, learn those, like it's a lot at once. And then this prolapse happened. Luckily, I became good friends with my buddy who came and ultrasounded. And then he's like my go-to. I'm like, all right, what do I do? And he was like, you can bring it over here. And I was like, all right. So I took it over there and he taught me this technique that if you, because it's so small, so you can do it with your thumb. If you take your thumb and you roll down from its like cloaca down and you can massage the intestines back in.
Yeah.
And it'll just massage back in, and then put some tape on it. Left it for like, I think the first time I left it for like a week before taking the tape off. Took the tape off 2 days later, prolapsed again. So tape, put it back in. Now I did the second time I did it myself. So, and then taped it back up, left it for like 2 weeks, I think, and then didn't feed it. I don't think I never fed it again. It never ate again. It just started going into a shed cycle, kept shedding, and then there was something wrong with the intestines. I wasn't gonna keep trying to make it live. It wasn't destined.
Right. Understood. And then Mike was saying gel. Like, what did the gel look like? What kind of fluid?
Clear, clear-ish gel fluid. I took multiple pictures of it just because it was weird. Even before the prolapse happened, that I noticed like this weird discharge. I'm like, it's weird. And the last prolapse I ever let it have, the gel was hanging off of the intestine. I'm like, you're done. It's a wrap for you.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Time for you to go, little buddy. I'm sorry.
The most dramatic frozen. It was like statuesque. The way it froze up. it was
right.
Yeah, sucks to say.
What what is it's typically, first meal?
Last year, to feed these animals I almost quit the hobby. That's how bad it was. So when people say it's hard, it's not a lie. Oh man, there was times I would celebrate, think I'd go outside. I'm like, I got one, come back. Nope. Oh man, it's ups and downs. What I ended up having to do with a lot of them, some of them I got them on live pinkies because at a reptile store I would leave some in there overnight. That got some of them to start going. The ones I had to force feed, ASF heads is what I was using at the time. And what I would do is, because people always talk about it falling out, I buy scapulas off of Amazon. And because of the sharpness of the blade, it's a pretty streamlined cut. So it stuff don't fall apart as much. So I'll just throw a little ASF head in there. Just wait.
Good. Have you ever tried gizzards?
No, I think that started gaining popularity maybe a little bit after.
Okay.
Or maybe like during, because I think maybe I considered it, but I don't think I did.
Yeah, gotcha. You think you're gonna have any hard time, establishing these ones that just hatched last week?
I hope not. I hope not. I really hope not.
Fingers crossed.
Well, and then another thing that I'm doing differently now that I'm doing, again, first year of jitters and excitement, I was in there touching them, interacting with them, building these bonds with them. And even to this day, 2024s are friendly. Like I can go in there and just, that's why I always holding them, because it's not an issue for me to hold them. Yeah. And so this year I am not doing that, so that we don't have that friendliness to each other, and keeping them together. So maybe, I know this is the first time I'm keeping them together, but maybe that builds some type of like competitiveness amongst them. I'm thinking, if you have to share space with someone else who gets the water, things like that, because I can see a couple of them that do move and a little bit more domineering of space, will be on top of other ones more often than not. So I'm thinking maybe that does translate a little bit more to that mindset to when they go into the next stage, when it's time to eat. So
that trigger, turn them on.
Yeah. Well, this is also different genetics, same mom, different sire. So, can't put, all the answers into one thing I did, but hopefully it's not as challenging.
All right, we got some pictures of class 2024. Let's go ahead. Let's see. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. If it's a male, that's gonna be a nice male.
Well, I'm hoping it's a female, honestly, because it's a yellow, right? So,
yellows lead the way. I love me a good yellow.
I'm actually a little disappointed I didn't get any in this clutch. Like, I'm happy I didn't, but because they change so fast, it's fun to watch it.
This right here is I like this.
Yeah, I enjoy that one. That's number 2. It's an interesting clutch. No two really look completely the same.
Yeah, it's a real diverse clutch. You know, all of them have a little bit of mom and dad, if not more mom than dad. You know, or more dad than mom. It's a
Mhm.
real diverse clutch.
Yeah, like this one. Ah, man. Yeah, 6. It used to be way more black, and the greens keeps picking up. But I think the black is staying now. I don't know how much more green it's gonna get. I'm hoping it stays like this.
Yeah, I
So
hope it. Yeah, I like this pretty much. If it grow as an adult, just like this, that'd be perfect.
yeah.
What you think in this one? It look like a male.
I think it's probably male too.
Yeah,
It
it look
moves
like.
around pretty frequent. Yeah, I think that one. Uh, the yellow one. I think the yellow one actually that we're looking at. I think that's a female because she doesn't really move around too much at night.
Mhm.
That's one thing when you move them up to the bigger tubs that I like because that small tub you can't see through that plastic, and the bigger tubs I can. And she doesn't really move around. I think it's a female. The yellow one's a female. I think this one's a male.
Yeah, we got this one. God,
Yeah,
sheesh.
this one
Was
was
you
one.
expecting this outcome?
Uh, I was expecting. I didn't want to make green snakes. That's what I didn't want, right?
Right.
And it all goes to the. I go to the males, like my male that produced, like you saw him. So
Yeah.
he just looks so cool. And then the fact that even though the mom's not super crazy, the tri-localities, I'm like, all
Mhm.
right, he's holding a lot of mystery, a lot of stir the pot with. So
Exactly.
I did have high hopes, but you just never know. And these things could still go green. So I don't even really count my baskets, before I make them. Just enjoying it.
Beautiful OCCs though. Beautiful.
Yeah. And it's fun that they're all starting in different stages and they're going different directions.
Hmm.
Because in my mind, it would be crazy for them all to turn flat green, right? After coming from all these different directions, but you never know. Like this one just now started picking up some green tints. I thought it was going to go yellow for a second, but it's starting to pick up some green tintage.
Hmm. Okay.
And I
Yeah,
think that one's a female.
we got this one. This that, you know, this that big baller status right here.
Yeah, that's a thick one. That's a big one. That
That's
one,
that big baller.
yeah. The clutch
I
is
hope it
fun.
stay like that.
That's the thing. Like I'm enjoying where they're at now, but I know probably at least 6 months. If it's 6 months, we'll see where they're at, but I don't expect them to be anywhere like this a
Yeah,
year from now.
gotcha. Yeah, well, you never know, man. A lot of time, like you never know with these chondros and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. The one thing that gives me hope is like there's so much open canvas on these because they haven't colored out. Like they all started from like red and the reds went darker and then some greens coming through. So I'm waiting. Like the one that before had some yellows coming through. This one just looks kind of muddy,
Hmm.
you know. And this was number 1. So this was the darkest one out of the egg and had most minimal pattern. But
Gotcha.
right now, this isn't impressing me. I'm just like,
Understood. Gotcha. Man. So where do you want to go at from here? Like, are you looking to add more into your collection, or do you know what route you want to take now? Like, as far as you want to keep going with, designers path typically, or what you want to do?
So I have one. I bought one new snake this year. I bought a Maniquari Yellow Neo, and I have one other Neo coming, and it's a yellow Maniquari Neo. That one's coming from David Braun, so Reptile Perch.
Yeah.
So really, when I buy Neos, I haven't taken a big risk on them. So I've only bought in 3 Neos, and they've all been yellow Maniquaris because I know what I'm going to get. So that's the only animals I want to do a project with just the Maniquaris. So that's why I have, a small group of 3
Just the
now.
pure Maniquaries. Okay.
Pure Maniquari. Yeah, I want to do a pure Maniquari line. So that's the plan with that. Just because I bought one when I first bought a bunch of snakes in the beginning of when I got into the hobby, I bought a Neo to know how it was to have one before I hatched one.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to spend a lot. So I bought a yellow Maniquari from Mark Miles. It turned colors, and it turned colors within the first year. And once it turned, it's done. And I fell in love with it. It's a beautiful contrasting blue to green. So I was like, it's a good entry level that I'll be able to offer, newer hobbyists. And then as far as like the other side, the other part of the project, I have enough pieces right now that I don't need to acquire anything else because I have, the male that we're looking at that sired my first clutch. And then I have the male that sired my second clutch, which potentially is like calico lineage, but unconfirmed. And then I have a blue line male. So between the 3 of those males, I kind of have my bases covered of what's out in the market as far as like traditional lines. And I just want to make cool stuff with what I have right now. And I start to see what these youngsters grow up to be. And that'll kind of also help shape what projects come out of it,
We'll know that within the next, about 2 years. Because, they take a while to grow up, a while to get sexually matured. And then, you can go ahead and make further plans from there.
Exactly. And that's why I've been holding them all back because I'm like, I love other people's animals. There's so much cool stuff out there. Like I want them all, right? Like I said, but it's cheaper for me to make them than buy them from everybody else. So, so I'm making, some cool stuff and then I hold them and then plan is to keep all my favorites back. One of the things that also inspired me, like went back and watched, have you ever watched that episode with Ed Marino?
Probably not.
He's going through, I watched it recently. Yeah, 'cause I'm not really into emeralds, but I went back and watched it and seeing how he keeps and just keeping so many of them does give you chances and opportunities to make stuff that's not out there. But if you get rid of everything, then you can't go back and go get it again. Like I've only seen maybe like 2 people with a khaki colored chondro. Man, if I could hatch one of those or have a pair of those or have a khaki color project, I would.
What you mean? What you mean by khaki colored? What you mean?
Khaki, like
who got some khaki colored chondros?
Who was it? Oh man, maybe Luke Snakewalker, maybe.
Okay,
maybe. Probably. I think I might be on his page.
He got some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, I think it was on his page. It was like khaki with like some black patterning. Super dope. Super dope. And I have a buddy. He has one that's pretty khaki colored. It's like, maybe mustard, but I think it's khaki. But yeah, that. And if you ever see a mustard, oh man, mustards are super dope. So there's stuff out there that people don't.
Dan have a mustard one, colored one. Red, I think red earth reptiles.
Okay.
Yeah, he have a mustard looking one. It's pretty good, pretty dope.
Yeah. So there's so many cool stuff out there, and I think a lot of people just got used to following some designers and like names, which gives you a better chance of like getting what you want out of it.
Yeah,
I just like the mystery.
I definitely understand that, man. I definitely understand that. I'm just, I think I'm about done. I think I'm about done purchasing all the chondros I need, and to just go ahead. I have about 2 more years until I start pairing or whatnot. I grew all mine up from Neos, so I'm doing the long route. unless I find a female that I can't pass up on Morph Market, or somebody offer me a female I can't pass up. But yeah, I think my best looking female is from Mike Marshall. or
Okay.
whatnot. The artifact sarong to sarong cyclops. That's a pretty blue snake.
Yeah.
It's coming up there, and it's a female.
How old is
So
it?
yeah, I'm gonna pair that to like maybe they
How old is
probably
she?
about I think coming up on the about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, coming up on the 2 years. Hold up, I think so. Yeah, a year and a half. So
Yeah. Breeding.
pair that to
That,
like a GG animal that I have here.
is it turning blue?
Mm, like the dorsal, yeah, the dorsal, but not so much the body because they're
Mm.
locality crosses, Cyclops Manicory, and then they got a Wamina Biak.
Mm-hmm.
The Wamina Biak taking forever for its OCC, I believe, just because that Biak takes so long for its OCC. So yeah,
Years. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So
it's getting
I
there.
was,
It's in that that almost to go stage. Let me see. Let me see. It's in that almost. It's almost there.
oh, nice. Oh yeah. That's really dope. That's a female too?
Yeah,
Wow.
from my understanding, yeah.
That's a nice bold dorsal pattern on there. Bright
Oh
yellow.
yeah.
It's like filled in.
Oh yeah. So from my understanding, yeah, that's a female. I got one, two, three, four females right now that I know for sure.
How many males?
I got two males for sure.
And then how many?
I'm still waiting on this Cyclops Manicory. Let me see. Damn, no, she gonna try to, or he gonna try to bite me. They look like a she. I'm not sure yet.
Nice.
Yeah, I just sprayed them all. Just sprayed them all before.
Yep.
I hope this.
How's it feel going the long way?
Um, you know what I'm saying? You see people such as yourself, just producing the first year and shit, and then and then I'm like,
You gotta sit on these for 5 years and then
yeah,
get a
I sit on these things in 5 years, but I find other things to breed. The ball pythons. I got the Burmese python, and all that stuff. So I find other things to entertain me while these little things grow up.
slow growers. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
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 So I'm just enjoying it, and then what I'm saying, understanding the temperament, their behavior. That's it. How to feed them the correct way. Make sure they're not eating too big of meals or too small of meals. With
Yeah.
males, feed them the most 2 times a month. For a male. Once they reach that size.
Mm-hmm.
With females, I feed them. I feed them maybe 3 times a month.
Yeah.
With neos, I feed them every 5 days until they get to that good sub-adult point where I ain't got to worry about, okay, if they go off a feed for a week or 3 or 2,
Yeah.
they'll be good.
Yeah. Once they get on hoppers, pretty much.
Yep. So, just learning all of that, documenting it, writing it down. So when, in 2 or 3 years, I look back and got my own neos. Oh, yeah, I just did these with these neos and stuff. I could look back in that book.
Mm.
Or I can, come back and watch podcasts,
Yeah. 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 Watch the podcast. I think even when they say keeping makes you better at like the breeding part, for sure. Because like me hatching these ones this year, I can they look stronger off the rip just by how much more spraying I'm doing, flipping things. So it definitely it'll make you a better breeder going a long route for sure.
For sure, man, for sure. Like I'm just enjoying the ride, you know, happy for everybody that's producing clutches or got some crazy stuff coming out and all that stuff. And I just I'm waiting my turn. That's
Yeah.
it.
I think yeah, and I think everyone will have success with it as long as they're not like you're just trying to do too much. Honestly, if you just do the most minimal stuff, humidity and temperature, and you're not disturbing them and rocking their enclosure and stomping around, just
Right.
let them be at peace and just set them up so they happy.
Mhm.
You know, the natural thing that you know you want to do is like a roof over your head, food in your stomach, feel safe, and then what's left? Procreate. You know what I mean? So as long as you're checking off all the other boxes and they're comfortable, happy, and fed, last thing for them to check off their box is like, well, might as well.
Right, exactly. You want to make them feel, you know, at home in the jungle, in the wild, in Indonesia as much as possible, replicate their, you know, their natural environment. And do you put like any enrichment in their enclosures?
I wouldn't even say to replicate that, but like let's say like when people ask about what temperature you keep, you watch a lot of the guys have been around like I mean the temperature on the thermostat means one thing, but what does it really mean? It doesn't really mean shit, right? Because it's sitting in the middle of the air, it's air temperature, whatever. So it's knowing, okay, I've been seeing this girl sitting under the heat for way too many days. I'm gonna bump it up. You know what I mean? Just little things like that. Or if they're on the cold side, you gotta know maybe she's probably building, but you know, this takes watching and stuff, but
Yeah.
making adjustments based on the animal, give them what they want.
And definitely like researching and reading, you know, we got the most complete chondro right here. Man, research and you know what cycle these females go in. You know, you can't just be talking okay, once they hatch, when they gonna ovulate. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta know their cycles. You have to know this.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little bit dramatic, but
and I think that's what helped me be so successful is it wasn't like I just like listened to it one time or heard it one time and was like, oh, that's it. Like, all right, before it's happening, I'm listening to the circumstances and watching the podcast. Even if something you can do is you can ask Chat GPT what episodes, however you learn. I learn by watching. But however you learn, or you need a special assistant learning things, or you have questions, Chat GPT is a great resource that people probably underutilize in this hobby.
Yeah. So, what do you use for your cleaning solution?
F10.
Okay. Where you get that from?
Amazon. I think it's just a veterinary grade disinfectant. But I come to find out because I've been using this because I heard about when I had first gotten the hobby. Actually, I think Bill Stiegel had put me onto it, and I just never looked back. But talking to other people, it's strong enough to kill some of the other bacteria and germs that other cleaning solutions don't. That even like Lysol wouldn't. Yeah.
I might need to, use some of that because so when I take them out or whatnot, I spray the tub down with water, and then I use my little cleaning solution, little Lysol, and then I spray it down again with water and wipe it out just in case, some I didn't wipe out some residue or something like that for the cleaning. They always leak in the tub or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't want them to. Oh no! If I'm overthinking it, just let me know.
I'm the same way. I do. I get it. I clean it real good, and then I don't do. I don't do like a wet one after, but I do a microfiber towel to make sure it's bone dry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
that
you
is.
can never be too safe with just germs, bacteria build up. They're peeing, pooping in that water. It's a small area. It's warm. It's humid. Can't be too precautious.
Let me see. This that one from Mike. It's that female right here.
Oh, nice. Active. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's they think it's eating time.
I'm surprised you just pulling them out with ease in the middle of the night.
Oh man, they be chilling with me, man.
Yeah.
They used to for me being in here, because most of the time at night I'm playing the game until like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing the game.
Yeah, he's back.
But yeah, I need to take some pictures or whatever of like my whole collection. I'll probably do that sometime this week. Just take a picture and post it on Instagram, or make me a chondro page just for Instagram for my animals and stuff.
Yeah, I was. It took me a while to do it. Even after I hatched my animals, you just hear so many horror stories. I'm like, oh, they're gonna die any day. They're gonna die. They're gonna die. And then I couldn't get them to eat. And I'm like, oh man, these fuckers are gonna starve to death. So I didn't even start a page for a while until they really started taking on. Because I was like,
What I forgot to ask you. Do you have your incubator in your animal room?
It's in a separate room. Yeah.
Okay. So it don't run off the same temp, like it don't have the same temperature. Okay.
No. But I do the same thing. So I have like a half a bathroom I don't really use. So my incubator is set up in there. And I do the same thing with the AC in there, where it's vented. Like I put the HVAC tape on the vent. So it's not
What do
plastic.
What do you use for substrate?
Oh, dog pads.
Okay. Puppy pads. Yep, same.
Yeah. Keep
How
it
about
simple.
water? Do you use like raw water, anything, or just tap water?
Everything gets a Brita filter. Everything gets run through a Brita filter. Even the water that I spray them with, water I put in the bottom tub, everything, while they drink, everything just goes through the Brita.
Okay. Yeah, I might need to do that right there. Because I never really thought about it, because they do be drinking off, themselves sometimes after you spray them. But when I spray them, I use tap water. When I give them water, I use distilled water, water jug. So I might need to do that, just because it might make a difference. It might not.
Yeah. Well, yes. If you're spraying them, or if they're gonna drink off the walls. I mean, my thing is, if I'm already in there, right, in the mister, if I'm going to fill it up with anything, might as well do the Brita water. And I think it also helps with probably like some of the water stains and stuff.
Got you.
Yeah.
But man, we coming, up to past the hour of the episode or whatnot. People want to know what's next with you. Are you going to try to do 2 clutches in 1 year next year, or what?
Well, I tried this year and that shit went south. I thought she was gonna die, but actually, the pairing I have a pairing going right now that I'm pretty sure she's building.
Yeah.
So
okay. So late, what?
She hasn't gone off yet. So was it September now?
I'm thinking like
year. She probably would go next year.
Okay, got you. Is there any other females you building up for next year?
So I have a blue female that's icy that I've been wanting her to go since I saw her in someone else's collection and I bought her from him.
Yeah.
That's the prize of the whole collection.
Yes, I need to. I'm sorry, chat. We just gonna have to keep this to ourselves. Inside the group chat.
It's on my Instagram page. It's right on top. She's right on the top. She's a Francis Gatone female, icy blue. I mean, and she's big too. She's a big girl. So if I can get her to go, that would be sheesh. That will make my dreams come true of breeding, because that's when I saw her, I was like, oh my gosh, paid too much for her probably. But I had to have her.
Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Oh my god.
Yeah, I had to have her. And so that's one thing we can talk about. When I picked up a couple other females, because I posted in the Facebook group, I was like, does anyone have females? And one guy was in the process of getting out the hobby, and he let go of a couple females. I had a John Irby female that I ended up selling to somebody when I bought this blue one, because I was like, man, I am way too deep invested with no evidence that I can do this. I was like, I need to lower my risk a little bit. So I sold the Irby female, which I wish I had her back. She's beautiful right now. But
shout out to John Irby, man. Shout out.
Yeah. But this, and yeah, and if you go back and listen to some of those guys, they'll tell you, they give new keepers game on like, yo, if you buy 2 snakes and they look like this, don't expect that. Like they give you straight game.
For sure. Yeah, man. I thought I had it. Let me try to pull it back up.
That blue girl?
Yeah, that blue one. Trying.
She's a dream. So I got a blue male, but his size, I don't even think he could handle her. People say they do little males, the big females all the time. But
here we go, right here. Well, I just turned it sideways so people can see. God.
Yeah. That's exactly how she looks.
And where you get her from?
This guy who got out of the hobby. He was like slowly getting like selling some of his stuff. And I had seen it
on Facebook or something like that. Or
no, I posted in the Texas Facebook group.
Okay, the Texas Facebook.
Yeah, I was like, does anyone have any females they're trying to sell? And everyone laughs, right? But one guy was like, yo, if you're interested, I might have a couple. And then
it's not even hormonal blue or nothing like that. This is like true blue.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
I think Greg Maxwell might have owned her at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's been around. She's a 2017. Yeah.
And,
so she's a little bit older.
Have anybody got a clutch off of her?
No. The guy that had her before me couldn't even get her a lock. But so I've had issues with her. So like when I tell you like the watching and understand like how much detail goes into it, when I picked her up, especially picking up like an older, I noticed she kept like I just moved her enclosure. She was in a 4x2x2. I moved her down to a 3x2x2. She used to be on the like my rack is 3 cages high. She used to be on the bottom rack. I moved her to the top rack. Her heat used to be on the left side. I moved it to the right side. Like I made so many adjustments
just to throw it off.
Throw her off because I think the enclosure she was in before, she was just so used to it. It was a smaller enclosure. I don't even think it was a 2x2x2. That I think she just got used to always being in one spot and under the heat. So like this year, I thought she was cycling, but she never cycled. And then I was like, man, she's always under the heat. Turn the heat up, doesn't move. Turn the heat down, doesn't move. What the fuck is it? I moved the heat panel to the middle of the enclosure on the 4x2x2. Did draw out some more movement from her. She would move more. But then I just came to the thought that she's not a very confident animal, I don't think. So moving her up to the top enclosure gives her a little bit more security. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's
what male you thinking of pairing her to?
Ideally, I could pair it to my blue male, but he's so fucking small. I don't really. Okay. I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he'll do it. And that'll be my first one. And then my backup is my Crook the kink male, the one that sided my clutch this year. Mm-hmm. Who come to find out was a red dominant. So
I say just keep trying to do the blues over and over again. Because that's just, that's regular blue, that true blue. It's not hormonal at all. So
yeah, if I can get her,
definitely, I wouldn't waste her, her clutch on something that's not blue.
Yeah, right. That's true. Well, the thing is, if he's not ready, that's my blue male. So
I would say,
she would get bred if she can go. She's gonna get bred. Because the thing is, even if I get a clutch from her that's not blue to blue, okay, her offsprings I can always breed back to my blue male, and that's fine. Yeah, but I need to get eggs from her because you know what I mean. I invested into that animal. Yeah. Even if she doesn't, I think even if she doesn't go for me, I would set her up in a big enclosure behind me, and she would be able to display animal all day long.
Yeah, for sure. Because, hey man, that blue is crazy. That blue is crazy. But
Is
yeah,
yeah,
man, I see what you're working with, man. I see your vision. I see your vision. Very
appreciate you,
nice.
man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do something like that with a little melanism in it. The
The
blue,
black and
black,
blue.
yeah, the black and blue. I want like a little frosty pastel color over it, and that's what I'm going with. Dimitri or the Chondros.
Yo,
He
I
have,
like how he got yeah.
bro. Dimitri have some stuff, yo.
Yeah.
Like the things Dimitri was showing me,
It
man.
is like a pastelly blue. It's like a soft, yeah. It does his animals definitely. When I see him in the stories, I know it's one of his animals for sure.
Exactly. Hold on, let me see if I can airdrop this.
Or you say you go pick one up from him? I know he was vending
No,
that chin.
I got a female from him.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a female from him right now. Um, just waiting on the female to pick up. Well, to grow a little bit more,
Mhm.
so then I could pick up a male, or if I don't have a male, I can pick up something from him.
Mhm. For that, I don't even know who else has that. It is a unique color. Maybe what's that one? Oh, he doesn't have a name for it, but there's another animal that's like a pastelly blue with yellow. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Pastel blue with a yellow.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably only like there's like one other animal out there that has like similar shade of blue.
mhm. Yeah, man, but him, let me see. I'm trying to see if I could pull it up. If not, then hey,
That's an exciting project that you're working on though. I know you have to be like itching, like first you gotta watch them change, and then you gotta prepare them. Well, I guess next thing for you is putting them in grow outs and getting used to them and getting them like situated in that.
yeah, that's the only thing, honestly. I'm going with Heartland Reptiles
Oh,
for
I was gonna
that.
ask you about that because I
Yeah, I'm
see
going
it
with Heartland Reptiles for the cages for sure.
because those are aluminum, right?
Yeah.
How's that work with radiant heat panels and humidity?
I'm keeping ambient.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep ambient anyways.
Okay.
So
And what do you
that
keep,
works perfect for me.
yeah, what do you keep your room at?
I keep my room. It don't go. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. It don't go no higher than It don't go no higher than 85.
Okay.
So
And then
the highest it go 85. The lowest it go is like 79 for
oh,
the like room uh night drop.
and that's such a natural. How do you do the whole room?
Well, I got a window in here, so the window bringing heat.
Mm,
Um, yeah, the window bringing heat. Close the vent, of course. And then if it get too cold, I got a little space heater in here,
okay. Yeah,
and the
man.
space heater don't. Yeah, the space heater don't dry out the room or nothing like that, or the puppy pads. So that's
That's
how I do it.
I know doing an ambient probably has to be like a lot less stress.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. And then a lot less money because you keep it ambient. It's a lot less money as well.
Thermostats, heat panels, yeah, shit's yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. You ain't got to do all that.
Okay. So when you going to start moving them soon? Will you start
Yeah, this December.
December?
Everybody in here is gonna be this December. I had to hold back on purchasing them for a little bit because something happened. So yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
this December for sure, all of them gonna have it's 6 of them. All of them gonna have new enclosures. I'm just gonna probably put it on this wall over here or something.
And then I guess that's probably why when I was talking about watching them at night, you really don't get to be able to see them too much because they're in the tubs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah,
can see like clear, like they clear tubs. I can see right through them. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Well, it was when I moved them, like the BI girl I have now, like once I moved her because she was in a tub, and once I moved
Mhm.
into a bare enclosure, I could just read the movements more because like heat's over here, cold's over here, and you'll just see them like choosy, and it just is interesting to be able to have that view of them.
For sure, for sure. Man, let me just try to pull this picture up one more time. If I can, then hey, sorry, Nara. Oh yeah, that's it. They'll be all right. So let me see. How do you feel like being a newcomer in here, like in the Chondro community?
I mean, it's pretty chill. I just kind of do my own thing. The thing is, right, like with the content community, it is a lot of conversation, but I think maybe it gets away from the science behind it. I enjoy the science behind the breeding, like all the little things that we watch and see, and then the art to like how pretty they are, and then everything else is kind of like not,
Hmm.
not even noise, nothing really. Like it's all about the animals, so it's chill. I appreciate people that have answered questions that I've had because I have reached out to different folks for random different things. Like when I was like messing around with my ultrasound, I think I asked Sock a few times, like, "Hey, what's this ultrasound look like to you?" Little things like that. But everyone's been chill, you know. I also don't bother people though, so
Yeah, I understand that. That's
yeah, I'm
fine.
not as hitting people up just to talk, you know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you told me what I need to watch out for, what I need to do. Okay, once I get to that step, then I'm gonna, ask you again, what's the step after this? You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like we don't have to talk every day. Like Kino and Trav are basically my mentors or whatnot. We don't talk every day or every week or whatnot. They
Yeah,
just tell me, hey, grow up these neos, and then once they reach that point, holla at me. Okay,
yeah,
that's
especially
it.
for where you're at right now. Yeah, for where you're at, it's like you need adults first. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's step one. Yeah, and I have, like I said, I have one homie that I bounce ideas off of, but other than that, uh, you gotta it's individual science projects. I'm like baking a cake, right? Like if I like my chocolate cake, chocolatey, that's how I make it. If you like yours a little colder, that's how you're gonna do it. So
Right.
yeah, I'm do what's right for you. But I like to have one or two people to bounce ideas off of.
Hmm. But yeah, man. Hey, Nick, we coming to the end of the show. How do people reach you, man? How do people reach you?
Green Tree Pythons on Instagram.
Oh yeah, for sure. Your link is gonna be in the comment just section, anyways, in the description on YouTube. So y'all just hit them up. Um, I already know you looking to keep all of these damn neos, anyways. So I'm not going to ask you.
Well, once for the 2024s, once I sex those and probably like 6 months, once they change up, I still am gonna pick the best ones. Maybe like 6 months in 2024s will get let go. The
Gotcha.
yellows maybe sooner.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that this thing nasty too, though. That yellow. Yeah, keep that one.
that one's the keeper. Yeah, there's that guy's two other yellow ones that are on the trading block. That one's not going anywhere, even if it is.
Yeah, for sure. But man, again, thank you for coming on tonight. Y'all give it up, man. Nick Control, man, give it up.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for having
I'm
me on.
putting you back stage real quick. Stay there real quick, and then I'm gonna say goodbye to the chat.
Cool.
What it do, chat? What it do, chat, man? Thank y'all for coming through. It was a great episode, with a breeder that just started, last year, and he cranked out his first control clutch within that year as well, and then he cranked out another clutch the year after. He just produced another clutch about a week ago. It hatched out. So, man, you know, he been doing great things. Sorry about that, man. Y'all, I'm tired. I got work in the morning. Got to get up around like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, something like that. But yeah, man, thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for the support. You know, past guests, thank y'all for coming on. This is the first year of the Chondro Corner. Me and Jen gonna have something special for y'all this upcoming episodes. And yeah, man, talk to y'all later. You know, text y'all people, tell them you love them. You don't never know when y'all gonna see them again. Until then, peace out, man.
Chondro, corner where we rise and grow. Twist and turn, let the passion flow. Chondro, corner watch the future shine. Every scale a story, one of a kind. Chondro.
From the shadows we move, striking out bright. In every twist we find the light. Breeding the best, gotta have patience in this game. Chondro Corner, where we make our name. Chondro Corner, Chondro Corner, Chondro Corner, Chondro Corner, Chondro Corner, Chondro Corner, Chondro Corner. Chondro Corner, where we rise and grow. Twist and turn, let the passion flow. Chondro